today's Tuesday. It's the 27th, right? 27th, right?
It
Yeah,
is.
27th of October, 2015. And this is Wayne Goldsboro Television. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kate Daniels.
Yes, she is.
Yes, yes.
Okay, Tuesday, the second day of the work week. We're counting down the days to the end of the month, which is at the end of this week. Saturday's the 31st. It's Halloween. We'll remind you to use caution when you send your kids out to go Halloween trick-or-treating. Some of the churches and some of the businesses in the area are sponsoring functions at their area places. What am I trying to say? Help me out here.
Call the chamber if
Call
you
the
need
chamber.
to know where some of these places might be that you or little ones can go for
Yeah,
Halloween.
That too.
But yes, snuck up on us, I feel like.
Certainly did.
It has. So Friday night, we've got Zombies in downtown Goldsboro.
That's right.
On Center Street.
On Center Street.
So that's going to start at 6:30, and then following that, head to the Paramount. Guess what they're going to be playing?
At the Paramount? What?
Ghostbusters.
Get out of here.
What a classic movie.
Who are you going to call?
Who are you going to call? They're going to be playing Ghostbusters on Saturday night in downtown,
wow.
so
Wow.
that should be fun.
Zombies this Friday night.
Zombies this Friday night.
This Friday night is the 30th, and the paving is done. They did the paving a couple of days ago, and the striping and all that. So downtown looks fantastic. So you'll be able to get on Center Street and boogie with the zombies.
And boogie with the zombies. What a neat idea. You know, you see this stuff on YouTube. People will post these videos and it gets like 1 million views or something.
Yeah.
What a cool initiative for a local business owner to take. She garnered some interest, threw some choreography together. I mean, makeup, you name it, costumes, they've got it. So come out, share it, like it. Let's bring some attention to great things going on,
Yes.
Zombies included.
Zombies include. Well, we don't want to leave them out.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Zombies are people too, or they used to be.
Do you know how many zombie shows there are now? Do you watch? I don't know if you watch
no,
it. It's not my
I don't
thing.
watch zombie
It makes
shows,
me
no.
anxious. I like to look at pretty calm, inspiring things, and zombies do not fit that bill.
No, those shows are dead to me.
But they're-
I just don't.
But there's a ton of series on that are on zombies. I know.
Well, we went through the vampire thing for a while. I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I didn't
now
care
we're
for
in
that
the,
either.
The Walking Dead and all these other shows.
Yeah, is that what that is? The Walking Dead is about
Yeah.
zombies and stuff.
Yeah.
Do
Jeremiah watches it.
Does he really?
I cannot watch it. It just does something.
Freaks you out, huh?
Yeah. Anyways, what
All
else
right.
is going on?
Today is the 27th. It is Navy Day in the Navy.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Salute.
Salute.
Anyway, it's also National Tell a Story Day, but this is a day observed in Scotland and the UK.
Like not tell a fib, but like read a story.
Oh yeah, right.
tell
Read a story. Yeah, not like a story. Don't you tell a story.
Don't you tell a story.
Don't you tell
now.
a story. But it's about telling a story.
Very nice.
A story, like a fable or a anecdote or something like that.
Yeah,
not
stick
an
around.
antidote.
He'll tell you some.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, that's today, Navy Day and Tell a Story Day.
Very nice.
There you go.
Very
All right, we're going to go to our next segment, and we'll be right back. And today is a musical day because we have some guests with us here in the studio. My good friend Roger Walker is with us over here in the corner. Hey, Roger.
How are you?
Good to see you. Ed Wheatley is here visiting from Lenoir County. Is that right, Ed?
No, Pitt County.
I knew that.
Greenville.
Pitt County, Greenville. Up in the Greenville area.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I knew that. Okay. And we've got Doug Tart here. Doug, it's good to see you.
Good to see you, Wayne.
And now you're with Starlight, and you're with Emerald City.
Correct.
And you're with Starlight.
Yes.
Now, these are two dance bands. And why, Roger, start off with us here. Why do we have two dance bands represented here today?
Well, we have one dance band and one big band.
Oh, I beg your pardon.
That's right. Both of us are really big bands, but the Starlight is originated called the Starlight Dance Band.
Right.
And so that's how we got the name of the dance band.
Okay.
Emerald City big band, but both play the same type of big band music, you know. And this is I'll let Ed take over from there.
Okay, well, Ed, go ahead. It's your turn.
Well, we're
doing a fundraising concert called the Battle of the Big Bands.
Battle of the Big Bands.
That's right.
Oh boy.
It's Starlight versus Emerald City.
All right.
But there are no losers because this is to raise money for scholarships for East Carolina University School of Music students. And of course, the audience gets 2 hours of exciting big band jazz. The first set will be Starlight Dance Band, and then they'll be treated to a marvelous wine and cheese reception in the lobby of the Fletcher Music Building at ECU. And then Emerald City will come on and finish the second set. So it's a wonderful afternoon of live jazz.
Okay, Doug, live jazz. There may be some who feel that jazz is an older form of music, that people just aren't interested anymore in that, and gee whiz, nobody wants to come out and hear anything about big band. Tell me how wrong that is.
Well, it's a real misconception. I think jazz covers such a broad spectrum of things that if you've ever heard it referred to as one thing and you didn't particularly like that, then it turns you off to the whole concept. But I didn't have a particularly strong music education in high school, so I didn't know about all this great music that was out there, the Ellingtons and the Bassies, and I knew a little bit of Glenn Miller. We had a couple of Glenn Miller pieces, but beyond that, I didn't really know. So when I heard some real heavy jazz improvisation, I didn't really know how to appreciate it. But jazz is much bigger than that, and there's just a world of music. I think in our book alone, and we're not considered a professional group, but we probably got 300, 350 tunes in our book.
That's a pretty good repertoire.
Not that we can play them all perfectly, but we can pull them all out and have fun with them.
Well,
Yeah.
but you don't have to because you improvise.
Exactly.
Right? Roger, jazz covers such a broad area, such a big umbrella, going all the way back into the late 1800s, early 1900s with ragtime and with the jazz halls down in New Orleans.
Right.
The old time jazz.
The Preservation Hall.
The Preservation Hall.
Yeah.
How did it progress to the point of, say, the 30s and 40s when the big bands were really hot?
Well, what had happened in New Orleans, the Preservation Band, a lot of guys would get together and just, they didn't use music. They were just phenomenal in terms of keys. They would just call the keys, what key, and they would start it, and they would start playing in the bars and the lounges that they were in. And then jazz kind of split up for the big clubs was playing jazz, and then the New Orleans clubs were playing jazz, and it kind of went to the country clubs, and then the regular southern clubs.
Right.
But then the different styles came out from that, and that's when Duke Ellington and Count Basie had basically the same style, but it was just you knew Duke's music and you knew Count Basie's style. And then a lot of high school bands, we had jazz in public schools just basically came about in the last 10 years. I was fortunate enough to be the first Eastern Region jazz coordinator for jazz here in Eastern District, and we had it. It's part of the program in high school that you can go to contests and be critiqued in jazz as you do in concert music and marching band music, and we consider jazz as American music, and by teaching these kids in high school what it's about, they learn from how it started and where it is now.
Do you feel that they have a better opportunity to learn how to improvise?
Well,
with jazz?
Improvisation is it takes a little extra. You know, it's basically listening to the basic structure of music, listen to the chords, and then knowing what notes to play on what chords of the music, what we call the changes. You know, and improvisation is how you feel. when you're playing. 9 times out of 10, even myself or even Ed, we don't play the same notes every time we improv. We don't feel the same way every time. It's a different feel, and Bird
Charlie Parker.
Parker, he explained it one. He said, the way I feel, I play jazz. I see someone in the room, and I talk to them through my horn. But if I see another person, I say something different, you know. So that's how it is.
So Ed, the progression on into the 40s and 50s with Krupa and the other big bands eventually progressed into the very, very beginnings of what they call rock and roll.
Well, what happened was, as Roger mentioned, the music came up the Mississippi. Chicago had its style of jazz, came over to New York, out to the West Coast. And the public didn't have television, radio was in its infancy, of course, no electronic devices that we have today. So when you went out to hear a big band and to dance to a big band. And that created a huge demand, and the bands of Harry James and Buddy Rich and Glenn Miller, Charlie Barnett, of course, Basie and Ellington. There were about 355 big bands touring the country in entertainment, playing concerts, and for dancing. And back in those days, when you turn on the radio, it was big band music and the vocalists. So popular music in the big band era was indeed big band music. Now rock and roll came in and we had the kids, and the kids sort of took over the music market at that point. And people had the money from the family who was able to start after the Second World War, and we saw a large middle class with a greater income. So those kids had money to buy records and CDs and do their own thing.
Yeah.
And what's happened now is that big band music is resurging. People are starting to buy records again because they want the superior quality of the sound that they get through vinyl.
Right.
And as Roger said, we see big bands coming out of high schools, even middle schools.
Oh yes, middle
today.
school big band.
And it's just wonderful to see it come back. And we're very grateful to bring 2 great big bands from Eastern North Carolina to an audience in Greenville on Sunday, November 8th, to help raise money to bring more young people into the jazz curriculum at East Carolina University.
And I'll talk about that in just a moment, but I want to ask you, Doug, the musical instruments of big band, a lot of brass, a lot of woodwinds, a lot of drums, with that rhythm. Being a former drummer, you know, I lean that way, but that's another lifetime. What were the deciding factors in the instruments in a band? If you were putting together a big band in the 30s, who would decide what instruments, or would you just all get together and start playing?
Well, I'm not the one to ask that question because I'm not a musical historian. I kind of stumbled into the whole deal. Like I said, I didn't know. When you think about, maybe I was 35 years old before I knew what kind of music Sammy Nestico wrote for Basie, and the music Hefty wrote, and all those people who were just magicians. And I don't know. I guess the standard format for our type group seems to be 4 trumpets, 4 trombones, 5 saxes, rhythm guitar, bass guitar, piano, and not many drums, but one guy with all kinds of drums. I mean, just all. He's surrounded. It's like you can't get to him if you.
Well, no, that's why there were so many drums there. You know, because he could start playing, and when people would want him to stop, you know, they couldn't get to him to make him stop.
That's right.
That's the whole purpose of having all those drums around you.
But I don't know what caused it to evolve the way it has. Sometimes when you're playing theater music downtown, and you know, the easiest songs are written in no sharps and no flats.
Right.
Theater music, you look at it and it's written in a lot in 7 sharps and just weird key signatures, and we figure they're doing that for the vocalist. But why, when Nestico sat down and wrote a piece out, I suppose he wrote mostly for big bands. I'm sure he wrote for all kinds, but that's what he probably did most of. And this is just the format that evolved that brought the sound that they were looking for when they wrote a piece of music.
All right. All right, coming up on, what was the date on that? November 8th, right?
November 8th, Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m.
That's good. Starts
That's
at a
the
good time.
that's a downbeat.
Yeah, okay. Downbeat at 3 p.m. The doors will probably open around 2, I
Yeah.
can guess.
And we've checked, and all the football games are going to be dogs that day.
Well, so you don't want to watch any
Yeah,
TV
no.
or go to any games.
Don't waste
that
your
day.
time at the football
You want to
game.
go to the see and hear the Emerald City Big Band, and of course it's Starlight Dance Band. Kick it off at 3 o'clock in Greenville at Fletcher Recital Hall Music Building at ECU.
Right
Exactly.
off 10th Street in Greenville. Lots of parking on a Sunday afternoon.
Right.
Of course.
Yes.
This has got to be a misprint. Tickets are only $15.
That's right.
That's
and
right.
and every dollar goes back to student scholarships for young people who need a little help, their families need a little help.
Yeah.
And these are the people who are going to be our future band directors, our future performing musicians, and they're the people that are going to teach your kids and my kids and grandkids music. So it's very special to us in Greenville that these great folks from Goldsboro are coming over at their own expense and contributing their time and their talent to help raise money for these young people.
That's fantastic.
And if you notice, high school kids are free. Any kids from high school and younger are free.
Get in free.
Get in free.
I'll tell you, any family where there are children who have any sort of musical talent
Yes.
or are leaning in that direction,
Yes.
maybe you just have an idea that they have a little talent.
Right.
Then you need to go to this, pay the $15, let the kids get in free and
Right.
listen to some fine music. I'm
Exactly.
a big band buff. I love big band
Yes,
music.
sir.
Absolutely love it. So head out November 8th, East Carolina University at the Music Hall there. And gentlemen, I appreciate you coming in and talking to us today.
Thank you, Gene.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Sure thing, fellas. I do appreciate it so much. Thank you, Doug, Ed, and of course, always Roger.
Thank you,
Good
sir.
to see you. Ed, you got your horn with you there, buddy. How about taking us out with a little bit of bassy there?
All right. Well, we'll do a tune that's called Sea Jam Blues.
Sea Jam Blues.
Are we
All
ready?
right. We're back on Wayne Goldsboro Television. Thank you for being with us. If you missed something earlier in the program, you can see it again. It runs again. We repeat this program at noon, then again at 5:30 p.m. right here on Wayne Goldsboro Television, Time Warner Cable Channel 10, and AT&T Uverse Cable Channel 99. Right?
Right.
Right.
Right on.
Right on.
Right on, buddy.
If you happen to have a suggestion, we'd love to hear from you. And if you want to have an idea for a program, or you want us to mention your organization, I have to.
I wanted to help you out there, but I wasn't real sure where you were going. I'm like, birthday.
I didn't know where I was
something,
going either. But
organization.
anyway, yeah, help us out here. We'll be glad to talk about your organization, and we can put it on this television program. If you'll simply send it to us, send us an email. I'm at WayneGov. No, make that Wayne.Alley at WayneGov.com. That's Wayne.Alley at WayneGov.com. And she's somewhere else.
I'm somewhere else.
Where are
I'm
you?
at Kate D at WayneCountyChamber.com. So it's Kate, K-A-T-E-D for Daniels.
There you go.
Clarify.
All right. Coming up on the 29th, that's day after tomorrow, that's Thursday, First South Bank on Cashwell Drive in Goldsboro. We'll have a big old ribbon cutting there.
That's right.
the
Big
20
old ribbon cutting and an open house, and would love to see you there.
First South Bank. That's at 5 o'clock, 2801 Cashwell Drive. What's that near? Do you know?
Sure.
What's it close to?
Catchwell.
Well, I mean, oh, really? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Is it-
You like that?
That was good.
Huh?
Yeah, it was
That
good comeback.
good. But we do want to see you there. It's at 5:30 that evening, at 5 o'clock that
5
evening.
o'clock that evening,
And
yeah.
there's going to be an open house afterwards, so we'd love to see you there.
There you go. Anyway, that's Thursday afternoon.
And then Monday,
Yes.
it's not on that sheet
What?
yet.
What?
The ribbon cutting downtown.
Oh, yeah. At
Downtown.
That's right. I
So
think- I
on
think
Center
morning,
Street.
11 o'clock? Something like that.
On Center Street at 4 o'clock.
That's what I meant to say. At 4
At
o'clock.
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
We want to see you downtown. They're going to officially cut the ribbon, so to speak, on downtown Goldsboro. If you've not been able to ride down, certainly come be a part of the celebration.
Yeah.
They're going to have a lot of activities going on, and you can find more information through the Downtown Goldsboro Development Corporation, or you can contact the chamber. And we're happy to pass that along.
What is that chamber address?
Address like
URL. Yeah.
Oh, WayneCountyChamber.com.
Oh, yeah.
I was like 308 North William. You could come see us, call us, or
That's right.
visit us
That-
online.
all three.
Yes.
That's right. Coming up at the Senior Center, this is the open enrollment season for Medicare Part D. Medicare Part D, if you would like information about that, and Medicare is actually running a whole lot of public service announcements on TV about
Right.
this. But you can go to the Senior Center on East Ash Street, 2001 East Ash, Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday between now and December 7th, and inquire about open enrollment, about what it's all about. Maybe they can help you find a new plan, maybe save you some money. That would certainly help, because I was told that each year it's possible that your plan could change, end up costing you more money. It's possible. Could cost you more money. So you may need to change. You may not. You won't know until you go and find out. That's Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday of each week at the Senior Center at 2001 East Ash Street in Goldsboro. Yeah. All right.
Great resource.
I love it. I love it out there. Also today, they have the arthritis exercise this morning at 9:30. They have an open mic show and tell at 10:15.
Ooh.
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 Crochet and knitting at 1 p.m.
Knitting.
If you knit, or you crochet. Recreational cards, pinochle, and line dancing with Stacia Fields from Goldsboro Parks and Recreation this evening at 6 p.m.
It's recreational cards, bridge, and
Yeah, it's got to be bridge.
anything.
I
Yeah.
imagine it's about anything. I don't really know.
Now, I know they do a lot of bridge classes out there.
Yes, it's a lot of bridge.
For beginners all the way up to, I wouldn't want to sit at their table.
No, they get real serious about their bridge.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, yeah.
Wonderful.
So anyway, that's at the Senior Center on East Ash Street. And if you're still a young person in age 60 or older, then you're invited to go and find out what it's all about. Right.
That's right.
Looky there. Ooh, looky there. This is coming up on December 12th, Jingle in the Park. Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, it is getting time for all
It's
that
almost
stuff.
time. We have
We'll
another month
have
to go through.
lights up downtown the end
Yeah.
of November.
All that's coming up.
The Christmas parade is the
Yeah.
first Saturday in December.
Yes. Oh,
The
yeah.
chamber is still looking, we need your applications
Oh, yeah.
to be a part of the Christmas parade. Your deadline's coming up in November for that. And so we want to have a great showing. Last year we had over 100, I think we had 113 or 115 participants. These are floats, not just people, but floats or cars.
Really?
100, excuse me, I said that wrong. 113 or 15 entries.
Entries. Wow.
And this year, it's just going to be even more special because we're not going to have construction to work around. It's going to be easier. The weather, I hear, is going to be phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Go ahead and mark it on your calendar. Kate said it would be sunny.
Kate said it would be sunny. It's going to
yes.
be phenomenal or phenomenal.
You know, I do hope, obviously, the weather's something we cannot control. Last year, the weather was not ideal.
That's true.
It was drizzling, so it wasn't a downpour, but it just wasn't quite as ideal. That being said,
That said,
the smiles on the faces of the
yeah.
people in the parade
yeah.
and watching it, there is something magical. Lights up downtown, I think it's going to be the biggest it's ever been. I think the Christmas parade's going to be as big as it's ever going to be has ever been, and it just creates such a community excitement around the holidays and coming out and being together.
Oh, yeah. And there's so many things, other things going on. The Cures for the Colors banquet's going to be going on here pretty soon. We'll tell you more about that because we're almost out of time. We've got the Veterans Day Parade coming up on the 11th of November. We've got, you mentioned the Christmas Parade on December 5th. Just so many things happening.
There's a lot going on.
Busy
a lot
time of
going
year,
on. And
yeah.
not trying to bypass all the other stuff coming up. You know, I feel like sometimes we breeze through Thanksgiving. And that is one of those holidays where, you know, right now already, it's not even, it's almost Halloween, but it's not yet. And there's Christmas decorations out.
I know.
So you know, take time to be thankful for those in your life and reconnect with other people. It's
One more
important.
very quickly.
Yes.
The Shriners Fish Fry
Yes.
is November 6th. November 6th at 2 locations, 3, I don't know, 4 or 5 locations. Anyway, you'll find one. And we'll talk more about that too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Save
All
you
right.
from cooking that day. How
That's
about that?
exactly right. I love the fish fry. All right, so we're going to go now, and we'll be back in here tomorrow. We'll be back on Wednesday, midweek in the week. And when we are, that means it'll be 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. We'll be right here. And at 12 o'clock noon, the show will repeat, and then again at 5:30 p.m. Until then, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kate Daniels.
And this is Wayne Goldsboro Television.